Henry Owora are my names, the IRMG project manager, currently hosted under Masiko, Uganda, that is the grant holder, on behalf of the steering committee that has 8 country directors and 1 executive director. For the past 1.5 years for phase 2, we've done quite a lot, and this is beyond the capacity that we've built around the member organizations. Firstly, we've grown the sector, the member organizations. When I took up the position as the IRMG project manager in October 2020, were only 51 organizations, and these were largely NGOs. So one of our focus areas for this phase was to co-opt as many local NGOs as we could possibly do. And as we speak currently, we have 54 international NGOs and 16 local NGOs. So that means we're a consortium of 70 NGOs. So the effect that we are having currently on the local NGOs is quite immense. And for me, it's a welcoming cause for us as the IRMG to see that we are influencing practices in not only the NGOs that have a presence across the country and across the world, but also local NGOs that have a bit of weak structures, but also the potential to grow and improve as organizations. Later on during the year, we went ahead to do a training on safeguarding. And this training on safeguarding, we're looking at what is the kind of commitment that we have from the leadership of these institutions. What are the structures in place in these institutions? Do we have actually the capacity? And when I talk about the capacity, I'm looking at the resource envelope for safeguarding. I'm looking at, are there focal persons in these NGOs to support but also take leadership in terms of implementing a practical but also effective safeguarding policies and mechanisms in the organizations. But also we're looking at, is safeguarding taken as one of the core areas to look at when we are programming in our organizations? And some of the things that we found out from our organizations is that safeguarding has not been a priority. It has been a priority to organizations that have child-friendly policies, but those that do not have child-friendly policies are not looking at safeguarding as a priority. So in that training, we built the capacity of organizations to be able to identify tools, but also adopt tools that they can implement to protect, first of all, the interests of the staff members, but also the interests of those people that we reach out to, who we call beneficiaries. We also did have, by the way, training for the leaders. And the training was focusing on leaders actually able to understand and appreciate what safeguarding is. In that training, we also had CEDA coming in to join, together with the ambassador, the Swedish ambassador, joining in, and we were focusing our attention on whether stakeholders at the top are able to appreciate safeguarding. The other thing, of course, that I could say has been a plus on our part is the communities of practice. As I speak right now, we've been able to establish the communities of practice, the COPs, in Kampala. Currently, as we speak, we've just completed one in Owora, and we are going to do the same in Moroto. The mandate of the COPs is to feed other organizations with best practices, but we also think that this is a sustainability approach on the part of the IRMG to ensure that this conversation does not end with the IRMG, as much as we are optimistic that we'll have phase 3 and a long-term phase, maybe 3 to 5 years moving forward.